Good morning. Um, a ST-SC Atrocities Act is correlated to fundamental rights guaranteed under Constitution of India, Part 3, Section 17 says untouchability is abolished, but that remains in the book. Practically, the ST people are being humiliated for want of territorial problems and to occupy their territory. And when they about to mingle with the society, normally some distance is being maintained from them, and particularly these nomads tribes, gypsies, Narikorovas, and some tribes in Ooty are kept at distance. See, the commissions, national commissions constituted for that should concentrate and by training them, they should pick them most talented persons and implant them in any sports and other activities, military activities, and slowly I hope. But SC scheduled caste people are concerned. Basically, there was some hatred, ill treatment. Even after achieving high post, they are being ill treated. Therefore, this act has been enacted. There was a prohibition to grant anticipatory bail, but at the same time, to keep balance, some directions were issued to the lower court on surrender. Uh, the bail application may be considered immediately. This is nothing but grant of anticipatory bail. This was the procedure first followed when 1898 CRPC did not contain grant of anticipatory bail. An advocate was granted such a bail, directed him to surrender before the court, and on such surrender, there was a direction to dispose the bail application at instance immediately. This is the way, but however, it is my duty to bring this judgment to all my followers. A case under Section 3 subclass was filed along with other offences, and in which the Supreme Court has got a different view, a landmark judgment. So I will just, without commenting upon that judgment, though it seems to be logically somewhat good interpretation. AR 2020 SC 5584. It's Itish Verma versus State of Uttarakhand and another. L. Nageshwar Rao, Hemant Gupta and Ajay Asto. These are the judges. The case deals with Section 3, Class 1, R and X, along with the other offences. Offence under Section 3, 1 R is not made out merely because informant belonging to scheduled caste. Charge sheet is liable to be quashed. So what had happened? FIR was lodged on 11/12/2019. Alleged occurrence on 10/12/2019. Offences under Section 452, criminal trespass with the intent to cause hurt, 504 insult, 506 intimidation, and 31X and 31E of the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act. Then the allegation that the group of persons belonging to schedule were not allowed to work on fields, and continuously death threats and caste colored abuses were given. That was earlier references. On alleged date of occurrence, this person entered illegally into 4 walls of her building, started hurling abuses on complainant his labels and gave death threats and used caused remarks and abuses. This was the case. Yeah, after FIR, the trial court took cognizance. This was challenged with the charge sheet. That was a court proceedings was dismissed. Then that was Gerij Pentaya versus State of Andhra Pradesh judgment was discussed. High Court said that since after investigation charge sheet was filed. So what is concept? That is most. The section 31X is corresponding to section 31R. 31R intensely insults or intimidates with intent to humiliate a member of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe in any place within public view. Public view. That was the word public view was considered in this given case. They say in this given case the occurrence had taken place within the 4 corners of the wall of the house of the complainant. Therefore, they say the public view was not available, and this, though they are belonging to scheduled caste, that itself is not sufficient to frame charge under section 32B of the Act as 3 subclass 1 of the 1X of the Act. So there was an occasion. The Kuman Singh versus State of Madhya Pradesh judgment wherein 3 class 2(5) was decided. And finally they say the offence under this act is not established merely on the fact that the informant is a member of scheduled caste unless an intention to humiliate a member of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe for the reason that they belonging to such caste, but that should be within public view. Therefore, while when an issue was raised whether the court proceeding is available or not, the Supreme Court has held that Prithviraj Chauhan's Union of India, that 482 could be used. Therefore, finally, they held that the property dispute not on account of fact that the respondent to was a scheduled caste and public view was not available for the ingredients. Then they say not made out. Charge sheet to that extent was quashed, and other allegations are directed to the investigator. So just like City Police Act, the word City Police Act and 160 AFRE, the corresponding section 160 as well as 75 City Police Act, says whoever found fighting. Therefore, when police on patrol found fighting few persons, so they may be arrested for creating nuisance to the public tranquility. AFRE is also there when two persons are fighting each other. Therefore, AFRE prescribe very lesser sentence. City Police Act is having little bit extensive enhancement of sentence. So all these things should be considered. So this view, so at the time of drafting, complainant would be very vigilant hereafter. How to get over this judgment is, you have to state that by hearing their noises and their alleged criminal activities, neighbors have peeped into, and he felt ashamed by using the words by naming the caste. That offense is made out. This is the way we have to deal with. Best wishes. Happy Vallalar Dinam, a great man, concentrated for poverty.